All right, so in this video, I'm going to explain exactly what a business analyst does. So we're going to be talking about the role of a business analyst. And as usual, we're not just going to do the bare, definition that you see everywhere on the internet, right? So we're going to be diving deeper into the actual practicalities of a role of a business analyst. Now, we're going to use a case study, which is a digital or software project, right? So software or digital project is when we've identified the need to build an app, implement a new solution like an application to solve business need, right? Say in this instance, we're going to be using a restaurant, for example, so that we can understand exactly the context, because a lot of us actually go to restaurants. So that should be easily understood by many of you. A business analyst, as you've heard or seen, if you've done a bit of research about what a business analyst does, they serve as a bridge between the business stakeholders and the technical stakeholders. So the business guys are here, and every business needs something. Maybe they need to improve their operation. Maybe they need to replace a system. They want to reach efficiency. They want to make more profit. So there will always be things that can be improved from the business side so that it can feed into satisfying customer service, goods, and thereby mean that they will make more money, right, in that business. Now, who are these business people, you may ask? There are people like, in this context of a restaurant, someone like the restaurant owner, the chef or chefs, the operations person, people making sure that things are well arranged, are running properly, right? The waiter, right? Waiter are very important in this context. Admin and other stakeholders that you can imagine working in a restaurant. So these are important business people. They add value to this restaurant business overall. Now, so what a business analyst will be seeking to do, say for example, as we've established, there's a need to improve something in this business. A business analyst will try to understand the business need. What is broken, or what do we need to improve in this restaurant business? And trust me, there's always something we can improve. Even in our lives, there's always something we can improve, right? And that's why you're here. You want to be a business analyst. Now, so a business analyst will try to understand the business need. And how would they do that? They'll use things like reviewing documentation, having discussion with these business people. They need to understand, what do they need to improve? What system can they implement that will help them even make more sales or reach more customers, things like that. So they do that through different tools. They can use interview, and can use workshop, they can use survey, different elicitation technique or requirement gathering technique, or they can also review documentation, observe the process in the restaurant business to understand what the restaurant does well, what they need to improve, things like that. If I want to start a project, say for example, we've identified that this business actually only serves, dining customers. So this is a dining restaurant, right? So people only come in, have their meals, go. They can't order, take out, things like that. That is going to be limiting. For example, we can look back at COVID period where people could not really move a lot, right, freely. So in that instance, this restaurant will suffer a lot because they offer only dining. Now, what can they do? A business analyst, when we identify that, this is a dining, but we're not actually maximizing the amount of customers we can reach, a business analyst can recommend solutions, right? To say, let us build an app, a mobile app, right? That would allow people to order food, meals from their convenience, office, home, things like that, and get it delivered to the customer. So that would be a game changer, because again, the restaurant can now offer service to even a larger set of customers. The project objective is now to build a mobile app that will serve the customer. And you can already think about features like ordering menu, browsing menus, registration, login, things like tracking their order, payment, order selection, like pickup or delivery, things like that. So those are the features that must be in this mobile app, at least to function optimally, to serve the project objective. Imagine a situation where even if these business guys if they understand that they need a mobile app, do you think that they'll be able to explain it correctly? They will be able to explain exactly what they need to the technical guys, the guys that we really like, the software developers, the UI designers, the testers, people that build application. Do you think they will have time to be able to work on the documentation, work on explaining and working hand in hand with the technical team to develop a suitable mobile app? You can already see the challenge. It is going to be difficult because a chef just wants to make food. A waiter just wants to serve the customers, right? The admin person wants to make sure things are running well back end. Operations person, etc. Restaurant owner just wants to make money. You can't rely on them to actually be doing requirement gathering, understanding business need, and communicating that to developers. It's just not an efficient process. So this is even on a small scale restaurant. There are more complex business needs, that I hope you gain appreciation of why a business is actually important. And that's why we say that they are the bridge between the business, allow business focus on what they do best. So me as a business, I will take all the burden away, help them understand what they need, translate it to requirement, business case, documentation, project plan, and some other artifact, right? Some other project artifact that a business analyst will create, and then use that to engage the technical team. So you see here, we've understood the business need. I will then translate to technical requirements. So I will be explaining things like, order food, browsing menus, all the features we want to see in that mobile app. I'll be explaining to the technical team. How will I know? Because I know how to do research. I know how to use my requirement station skills to engage with these guys, to collect their requirement. I know how to document the requirement in the form of business case, project plan, project charter, things like that. BLD document. I explain to this guy. This guy is getting appreciation of what needs to be done. So if they know what needs to be done, and when I say these guys, these are the software developers, the designer, UI designer, the product designers, the testers, solution architect, all the guys that make software, right? So I would explain it to them. They will clarify any, thing that are not clear, that they need more context, explanation, explain it. They will develop the solution, right? And I would validate. So these guys will develop the solution, and I would validate that, yes, indeed, the solution that they have developed is actually meeting the business needs. Going back to this, because, hey, if you want to build a mobile app to serve customer and they are not putting the important features like payment or like ability for users to browse menu and choose the different menu options they like, with respect to what we offer, then what's the point of the app? So I would be validating that this solution, right, delivers on the business need. So I'm taking the burden away from this business. So when I do that, I will call these guys and say, hey, your mobile app is now ready. I've done some validation against business need. Of course, you get help from testers as well to do the initial testing and all of that. But you as a business analyst, you also want to ensure that you can actually validate the requirement against the solution developed. Now, this is how a business analyst add value to your organization. That's why they are very important. You can already see they are the bridge between these business guys and the technical guys. These guys cannot talk to these guys, more efficiently because they will not be able to focus on what they do best. These guys will not be able to even understand the business terms, etc. So they need somebody to explain what needs to be done to them, continuously in an efficient manner. So I hope that this video has provided clarity into the day-to-day, of a business analyst. There's so many other things, but this is high level for you to understand what role a business analyst plays. See you in the next one.